welcome back to TRERACKSCITY Moto. Wanted to make a quick video on some of my pros and cons of the 2021 CSC TT250. I don't really have a specific number of pros or cons, but I just have a couple thoughts I thought I would let you guys know I've ran into, and a couple things I liked and a couple things I didn't. So leave a comment if you're going to be buying one, and also let me know if this helped you. Alright guys, how about we start off with some pros, because pros are always the best part, right? Okay, so a couple of quick pros right off the bat that I think some of you guys already know. This bike's pretty reliable. From what I've run into, it's never had any issues except some battery issues on super cold temperatures. Other than that, that's about it. And also the look of the bike, I think they have a really cool updated look to them. I think that's why a lot of people are attracted to them. So yeah, the look of them's really cool. And also what else I've run into is the customer service of CSC. Their customer service is outstanding. I've called them multiple times with questions, and they've given me some good answers and some other tips. So that's also a really good thing. Also, just a couple other little things that are pros, like the digital speedometer. That's pretty cool and updated. I love that. I also want to say the gas mileage on this is incredible as well, which all you guys basically know, especially when it just has a 2-gallon tank. So that's pretty nice. I love how lightweight the bike is as well. I can throw it up onto my little rack on my truck pretty easily. It's only like 330 pounds. So yeah, you could maneuver this bike pretty well in the tight spots. If you're a beginner, I think this is also a good bike too. So there's just a couple pros I've run into. Obviously they're pretty basic, and I think a lot of you guys already know this about this bike, and you've probably heard it multiple times too. So anyways, how about now we get into some cons, and these are all just my personal opinions. So a couple cons I've ran into. I say number one, the height of the bike. So a lot of people are kind of irritated of how tall the bike is, and I could see that because I'm only 5'6". So being 5'6", it's hard to ride this bike, but I did buy that seat, which is very helpful. I would recommend buying it, but the hard part is it's 300 bucks. So that's a big chunk of money, you know, especially when you're not really expecting it. So I would expect, if you're 5'6" and lower, maybe even 5'8" and lower, you probably want to get a seat or adjust some adjustments on it, because it's going to be pretty tall for you. So here's a big con that I've ran into, and I've heard a lot of other people run into. When the bike is warmed up, shifting from first to second always slips into neutral, it seems like. And this happens quite often. I don't know if there's a fix to it, and if you guys know or heard anything that helps, drop a comment as well. Just another small issue is that if you're at a place that's 30 degrees or less, the battery is going to be dead most of the time. So when you go to start it, it's not going to start with the electric start. So you're going to have to use the kickstart, which is actually a pro. Having a kickstart is very helpful, because if the battery dead, you just kickstart it and then you're good. So I totally forgot I had a kickstart until my battery was dead. So yeah, that's one thing to keep in mind. If you're in a place 30 degrees or less, the battery is not going to hold much charge. So just for a heads up. This bike's obviously carbureted, and I know that kind of scares a lot of people because they want fuel injected easy, you know, and I'm with you there, but you're gonna have to do some adjustments to keep the idle to where you want it, especially at your location with your elevation. It might take a little time to get it quite right, but if you take your time, you'll get it. I put that jack kit in, and I'm still trying to adjust to get it right. So there's my old English teacher, Miss Moon. Huh. I'm at 395 miles just now, so I'm almost to 500 miles, where I'm going to have to check the valves spacing and also clean the chain. And I believe I'm going to change the oil again. The thing is, this bike is not fast at all. On the highway, you might be able to get up to 60 miles an hour if you're going downhill. And that's if you're going downhill. You know, uphill, I would say maybe you might hit 50, 55. But I know you can get that sprocket change and you can make it go faster, so to spread out the gears. So that's always an option as well. But yeah, keep that in mind. The bike is very torquey in first and second, so it'll help you get up some hills. So yeah, it's pretty nice off-road. I've taken it off-road quite a bit, and it does pretty good in the dirt. It has good tires, so good traction. The suspension's pretty good. It's not the absolute best, but I can't complain. It's actually pretty decent. The thing with this bike is that it's very cost effective, it's cheap, and it's brand new, and it'll definitely get you places where you weren't expecting to go. And so yeah, I would totally give this bike a rating of 9 out of 10. And yeah, I would recommend it to many people. And comment if you have one of these bikes on pre-order, because I know a couple of you guys do. Have you gotten the bike yet? What color did you get? I know they have some new blue colors and a lot more options too, so it's pretty cool. I hope this video gave you guys some perspective on the bike, and if it did help you guys, hit that like button and subscribe, because this bike is going to be my main bike I do adventures on, and I see new places. I love when you guys leave comments. It helps me to interact with you guys. 400 miles, yeah! Alright guys, I hope you all have an amazing week ahead, and I just want to say stay out of trouble, and we'll see you guys next time.